All right, everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video and to stay tuned on in towards the second half of this video, guys. Right after this chart analysis, I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys, as well as the opportunities we found over at the Discord. This morning, we went 3 for 3 and we hit a home run of 25% plus on the day. It was phenomenal. And if that's something that interests you and you want to know what stocks I watch daily, if you trade stocks apart from crypto, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together to maximize profits and minimize losses. Now, here we are with Shiba Inu. We talked about Shiba Inu as it was actually sitting sideways and consolidating, had a little bit of a spike back here on June 3rd. And since then, it had actually started to cool off, hitting newer lows to the point that it hit lows here of 5 zeros and 5, right? 5 zeros, 0.5 zeros, and then a 5 in front of it. And now, in the last 7 days, it's actually picked up some steam. And there's a few reasons behind it because there was a few articles and fresh news coming out with it. And the thing about crypto is that crypto was falling due to government interventions. And also there was a bearish case on crypto overall, and Shiba Inu gets that impact, right? And now they're all falling back down and kind of cooling off again. You can see Dogecoin at 30 cents here. You can see Bitcoin here. It's red sitting in 37. And the reason why it was actually picking up towards the 15th and 16th overall, the whole entire crypto market, you could see here the peak here on the 15th of literally 5 zeros and a 9, is because the Federal Reserve was going to have a meeting, and on the 16th, obviously Jerome Powell spoke, and then on the 16th it spiked back up again because of the hopes of inflation being terrible and also actually going ahead and making, the stock market crash. And then a lot of investors use quote unquote crypto as a hedge against inflation now, other than just gold. Now, the thing is that the government interventions and all that negative news and bearish case on crypto is still out there. It didn't really leave, right? The concerns about high government intervention adding to recent pressure on cryptocurrencies. That's been going on for the last several weeks, and that's a lot to do with the dip. It says here, will Shiba Inu Coin rise again? Here's what to expect. SHIB Coin could climb again despite the cryptocurrency dip. And this was on the 13th actually published, and 2 days later it went a little bit higher because of the fact that the Federal Reserve was going to speak. Now, there's something that happened that the Federal Reserve mentioned, and it changed everything. So the expectations of inflation, for example, was at literally 2, right? Let me go ahead and draw this out so you guys can actually visually see it, right? Let's just say it was 2. This was the inflation expectation. Well, what happened is that all of a sudden, inflation is at 3%, right? Instead of 2%. So it's no longer here. It's actually at 3. And what the whole entire Federal Reserve just did is change their expectation from 2% to 3 point. Wow, that's a terrible 4. Let me see if I can fix that. 3.4%. So now actually the expectation is higher than the actual inflation, making inflation seem a little bit lower than expected because they actually set the bar a little higher. That's what actually has caused crypto to lose some of its momentum, because what was making it go up was the expectation of higher inflation, and it is higher. And all of a sudden the Federal Reserve came with a rebuttal and said, well, we've risen our expectation a little bit, okay? And that's why everything's just cooling off a little bit. The overall crypto sector is, and then also the government intervention and that negative news has been affecting crypto for weeks now and days. Now, the other thing is SHIB Coin is rising due to the fact that Elon Musk keeps on going ahead and tweeting about Dogecoin, and anything that happens with Dogecoin has an indirect effect and direct correlation to Shiba Inu. Then we also got Mark Cuban. He's an advocate of Dogecoin and so many different variables. But overall, right, the whole entire thing and bullish case right now with Shiba Inu is that it's expected to go higher than the levels it's at. And the current bearish case is due to the fact of all the other variables of obviously inflation expectation being higher. All of a sudden, inflation no longer seems high. It's actually below now because the Fed changed their expectation. They basically set the bar a little higher. And then obviously profit taking and stuff like that. So based off of right now where this sits, and it's literally at 5079, nearly almost 5 zeros and an 8. 5 zeros and a 9 is the resistance level that this needs to break through and turn it into 4 zeros and a 1. And the support level is 5 zeros and a 5, which is the lowest point we just saw. And in the near term is literally 5 zeros and a 7. This is literally almost 5 zeros and an 8 because of the 7-9. So that is something to watch. It was incredible to see this spike up and jump, but just as fast as it jumped, it's pulling back. But right now, when you look at things from a bigger picture, it's still kind of in a consolidation sideways movement. This was just the worst, June 12th and June 11th type of dip that Shiba Inu just went through. Now, one of the biggest things here, though, is that Shiba Inu is still trending. It's in the top 5 of trending, which is great news for Shiba Inu. And most visited is number 3. This has been the top 3 for some time now on the most visited. That means a lot of investors are watching it. There is some type of adoption forming, with Shiba Inu, and then the Shiba swap and the leash and the bone. All that stuff has a big impact on Shiba Inu overall. And then on trending, it's still top 5. SafeMoon is getting a lot of attention recently and lately, but Shiba Inu continues to have a pretty large market cap and volume size. I mean, look at the difference there, So there is a lot going on with Shiba Inu overall. Whether the inflow and the outflow is happening, Shiba Inu is still trending. It's still something that a lot of investors are watching, and it's in a nice consolidation period. So it's going to be a big deal moving forward. And then Dogecoin here, knockoff Shiba Inu, sheds 12% after Coinbase delays listing. That was another thing too that was going to have an impact, right? And that's why it's getting hit hard as well. We talked about that in the last video, the rumors of getting listed on Coinbase, and Coinbase talked about it, and they've delayed it a little bit. So this might be more than anything an opportunity, because if Coinbase lists Shiba Inu, it's going to be a huge catalyst moving forward. As always, if you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with a friend so they can receive the insight as well. And all I ask for is 3 to 5 more minutes of your time. I'm going to share with you guys the opportunities we found this morning over at the Discord. We hit one home run of 25% plus on the day. And I'm also going to share with you guys the ticker symbol you won't want to miss that you definitely want to add to your watch list moving forward. Stay tuned. So the ticker symbol I have to share with you guys today is one that I've talked about before here on the YouTube channel, and I still strongly believe it's a leader in its niche, and the way the chart is positioning itself is looking like an opportunity. We're going to look at the chart in just a moment and why I believe this stock has potential, and it's a great stock to start watching and doing research on. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the opportunities we found this morning over at the Discord. We hit a home run today of 25% plus. And if this is something that interests you and you want to know what stocks I watch daily, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description. And by joining, you will become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together within this Discord. So here we are with the first one, KULR. It was pulling back after jumping almost 100% in the morning. It was sitting at 295 when I started watching it. CLSD was at 510 and APOP was at 518. Let's look at these charts together. Our worst performer of the day was KULR. It gave us around 10 to 15% of a jump after pulling back close to the 270s and popped up to the 318, 319 range. It was pretty impressive within just minutes. So this was our home run of the day, APOP, and it was consolidating after jumping from the 460, 470 range, consolidated. I mentioned it at 518. It started to run, consolidated again, pulled back a little bit, and jumped up from 545, 48 range all the way up to highs here of 630, okay? From the moment when I mentioned it, it gave 25% plus, but after that pullback and jump, it gave nearly between 10 to 20% of a jump on the day. This was phenomenal. It all happened so quickly. That's why execution and timing is key with these stocks. And then after pulling back again, back to closer to the fives, it consolidated and ran up again to 560, giving another 10% opportunity. Now, our second best player of the day was CLCD. This was running and consolidating on the news of actually getting an analysis price target upgrade. It was pulling back as I started watching it. It was at 510 when we mentioned it. Pulled back to lows here of about 491, 490 range, and shot up to highs here of $6, giving a highest point of 15% plus, almost north, closer to 20%. This was a phenomenal turnout for the day. We went 3 for 3. Every single stock gave us 10% plus, but these were our two best performers, and we hit a home run with APOP here at the highest point of 25% plus. If this is something that interests you and you want to become part of, and you want to know what stocks I watch daily, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. So what's the stock you want to add to your watch list? Well, ticker symbol F, okay? I've been talking about this one before. I talked about it way back here in May when it was at the 11s. I talked about it again a few weeks later when it was in the 12s and moving itself up. And this is already given between 30 to 50% of a jump since we first started talking about it. Hit highs here of about $16 and some change, and now it's pulling back from $16 to the $14 range. And you can see here how in the pre-market it ran and collapsed, and it's going into further weakness. Now, what I'm really looking for is consolidation to keep average cost basis low for those that entered down here, or actually look for an entry point for those that are getting this on the first opportunity. So you want to do research on it. You want to do your due diligence. This is a leader in the niche of selling trucks. Now they have an EV truck. That's going to be a big deal moving forward, causing revenue to go up and net income to grow, giving some financial strength. I'm not saying that it's going to be stability or actually make this stock profitable again, because they've been going through some trouble the last couple of years, but it can give them some strength to probably cause a turnaround in the way things are looking. Now, this stock has ran tremendously from way back here at the beginning of the year, from $8 to $16, so it's bound to cool off, but it has some strength right now. And what I'm really looking for is either consolidation or even further weakness, and look for a great opportunity to catch, quote unquote, the dip. And then if it continues to fall, keep my average cost basis as low as possible and ride this one back up as analysis ratings. See this one going to the upside, and with this EV truck and the niche and being the #1 selling truck in the US market, the F-150, and now they have the F-150 Lightning, it's going to be a big deal. So I would really pay close attention to this moving forward. And with RIDE, right, the ticker symbol RIDE, having issues, Lordstown, and they were trying to be the competitor, and also the Cybertruck of Tesla is not out yet, as well as the fact that Workhorse got beaten down, and they're pretty much known for that partnership with Lordstown or having a stake in it. Ford right now has the spotlight in this niche of EV trucks. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not here to tell you to buy, sell, or hold any positions in any of the stocks I mentioned. If not, I'm just here to enlighten you guys on the opportunities that I'm watching and why I'm watching them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.